Hello! I recently posted a poll asking what you guys use to draw. A lot of you said you draw traditionally, as many beginner artists start out. I started out drawing traditionally too, and I wouldn't be where I am today without all those sketchbooks. Beginners, myself included, are awed by digital artwork and aspire to be able to create art in that way. It can be a scary transition, and it definitely takes time to get used to. But whether art is just a hobby for you or a hopeful future career, digital art can open a window of opportunities. In this video, I plan to talk about where to start, the different kinds of drawing tablets, and the pros and cons of each kind, as well as my own experiences. Stay tuned for a review and a possible discount on your future tablet. Step 1. Research. There are 3 main kinds of drawing tablet: a screenless tablet, a screen tablet, and a standalone tablet. I'll talk more about the first 2 in this video. Screenless tablets, like they sound, do not come with a screen. You plug them into your computer as an extension. Think about it like a more advanced trackpad on your computer. I started with a screenless tablet myself, the Wacom Intuos Draw. The main reason a lot of artists start with this kind of tablet is because it's more affordable and less of a commitment, if you're still unsure if you even want to get into digital drawing. Less money wasted if it doesn't work out, and it's also less saving up, so you can get one faster. The main con of a screenless tablet is just how long it takes to train your brain to look at one screen and draw with another. It's completely different from traditional mediums, and it takes that hand and eye coordination. So it can be frustrating to get used to at first, and it might feel like your art is getting worse instead of better after the switch. Screen tablets, on the other hand, you are drawing on the tablet, which is connected to your computer. This is what I currently use, and would definitely say they are the better choice quality-wise. Another pro about screen tablets is you have 2 monitors, so on your drawing screen, you could have your drawing program open, and on the other screen, you could have a drawing tutorial open, or a show, or whatever you want. And it's just like an extra screen, assuming you don't already have 2 monitors, so that can be helpful as well. Plus, it's easier to adapt to. The only concern is the price difference, where you could get a screenless tablet for under $100, some even under $50. Screen tablets can range from a few hundred to thousands of dollars. The last kind is a standalone tablet. I've never used one of these aside from testing out my friend's iPad, but this would be good to consider if you don't already have a computer or laptop and want to look into getting something that doubles as both, a computer and a drawing tablet in one. Step 2. Buy it. Once you've watched tons of videos of unboxings, reviews, and read all about different brands of tablets, you make your decision. You purchase a tablet. Now what? Step 3. Unboxing your tablet. For this portion, I'm going to show you with Veikk Voila L tablet. They kindly sent me this for free, and disclaimer, I'm not being paid to say nice things about it. Let's open this up. Okay. Let's go. First glance, what do we have here? It looks like a hand glove, which honestly I don't even have right now, so that's really handy. It fits me well as well, but it's very stretchy too, so you know, even if your hands are a little bit larger than mine, it'll still probably fit pretty well. Here's this. Now let's see the tablet itself. Open this part here. Whoa, look at that. These are really satisfying to press. And it's such a large surface area too. Let's see what else is in here. Here it comes with a pen. Very nice. And it even comes with this little happening for the pen. So the pen has the two sections. It's going to write pretty nice. And it also has come with some extra nibs for the pen. And I believe this is to help you remove the nibs. Let's see, here we have the connector that will connect the tablet to your computer, as well as a connector if your computer is a USB-C, which mine currently is, so that's handy. And there's some extra nibs if you want to change the colors. I see that there is 3 yellow ones and a black one. So if you wanted to like switch these around, you could do that. This is a really nice tablet, and I just wanted to compare it to my first tablet and just look at that size difference between my first tablet and the Veikk tablet. It's definitely got a larger surface area. I feel like you could see here. And I got distracted. This moves. Very cool. And this was my first ever tablet. Do I love this because of my first tablet? Yes. But is this one seeming better so far? Also yes. So I believe that's, what else in the box? The quick start guide. It shows, look, you could connect it to your laptop or you could connect it to your phone. It's only for an Android. So if you have an Android phone, then you're good. But here's the tablet again. And I believe that's everything that it came with. Let's see how it works. All right, here I am inside now. And I've got the tablet here and the pen, and let's hook it up to the computer. So one of the first things that we are going to want to do is attach the tablet to the computer. All right. Once that's all plugged in, you're going to want to go to the website of your drawing tablet, and somewhere you will find the downloads. So you could download the driver and your computer will recognize the drawing tablet and you'll be able to use it. So I just go through this process here, and you will need to allow the driver to have some permissions in your settings. And once you do that, you're just going to reset your computer, and when you turn it back on, you should find your drawing tablet's driver in your settings. And there you can choose what settings you want all the different buttons to be, like on your pen and your tablet. I always like to have the first button on my pen to be the undo button because I use it the most, and I did the other button as the right click. And all the other ones I didn't want to touch. I figured I'd just leave them as their default and see how that worked out, and then you could always change it around later. Next, you are going to want to download a drawing software if you don't have one already. There are lots of good free options. I'll show some here. The one that I'm using right now is Photoshop, which is not free, but it's what I always use myself. So I'm just sticking with what I'm used to, but that is going to be your next step. And here I'm just testing out the pen sensitivity and just the feel of the tablet. Something that I noticed is it is a little bit more rough than my screen tablet, but it kind of has that like pen and paper, like pencil and paper feel. So it's kind of nice. And each corner of the tablet is calibrated to the corner of your screen. So you just go to where it would be on your screen, and that is where you draw, if that makes sense. And there's also these keys as well. Ooh, look at that. That's really handy. You can just use this to change the size of your brush. That's really cool. And what's this one do? Oh, and this one is to move it around. This is the pen dropper tool. Brush settings. Okay, I'm glad I didn't change these ones at all, because I'm really liking the default ones that they chose for all these. What's this middle one? Oh, wheel? Oh, so it's showing, you could see at the corner of my screen there, that you could change what it does. So it can be the zoom, it can be the wheel, brush zoom. Interesting. I would like to thank Veikk again for sending me this tablet and giving me the opportunity to get all you guys 5% off any Veikk tablet. Click any of the links in my bio and be sure to enter the codes mentioned. If you're cautious about buying from random websites, luckily they have an Amazon store as well. I was actually looking on their site, and they have a very affordable brand, their lowest screen tablet being less than $20. Keeping in mind, this one is much smaller than what I tested out. Here, the specific one I got to try. I'm not sure how long this discount is, but that's an amazing deal. And they've even got a screen tablet for $200. If you've been researching screen tablets, you'll know that is very affordable and an amazing deal. Don't get me wrong, I do love my Wacom Cintiq Pro, and I don't plan on trading her anytime soon, but she was also like 8 times the price. Alright, I have a lot of recordings of this speed paint and not a lot of time left, so I wanted to just say some final things while you continue to watch the rest of me drawing. First, to anyone thinking about making the switch from traditional to digital, it will not be a seamless process, and if you think you'll suddenly be better at drawing on it, unfortunately that's not likely to happen. When I got my first tablet, it was a slow process, and it was very frustrating. I could not draw smooth lines to save my life. There were lots of imperfections, and I didn't understand how other artists made it look so easy. It took me years to get where I am in my drawing abilities, and I got there through lots of experimenting, trial and error, and practice. It's definitely got its perks over traditional, some of my favorite features being the transform tool and the undo button. Both things a lot more difficult to achieve with some traditional mediums. Plus, having different layers for things is pretty handy too. One thing I like to do during the kind of transition process where I was doing a bit of both, I would make a sketch or drawing traditionally, bring it into my drawing software, and then add some final touches or trace over it digitally. So it was kind of like a mix of the two. Here's an example of when I did this, as well as a new and improved version that I did years later. I feel like one thing I should mention too is I would suggest, even after you start doing digital drawing more often, still keep a traditional sketchbook going and keep up your traditional drawing as well, because I didn't do that, and now whenever I try to draw traditionally, it just is frustrating, and I'm just not as good at it as I used to be. Like, I'm just a bit less comfortable drawing like that, and I do definitely want to start drawing traditionally more often because I feel like it's still a really good skill to have. So just keep that in mind. I hope you guys don't mind that I kind of did a mix of my review video and just talking about drawing tablets in general, because when Veikk reached out to me, I was thinking I didn't want to just do an unboxing and talking about the tablet specifically, since so many of you guys don't use digital drawing softwares and you haven't really worked with drawing tablets. I wanted to kind of talk about those as a whole, in case if you are thinking about maybe doing that transition, this would hopefully give you a little bit more confidence and understanding about the differences and just how it all works. But since this is still a review video as well, I do want to talk a little bit more about some likes and dislikes of this specific tablet. I like the buttons on the side of the tablet, like the keys. I like how they make that aesthetic kind of clicking sound, especially since on my laptop it's a MacBook, so they have very flat keys, and these ones are really clunky and they're just kind of fun to use. Also, I really like the wheel. That one's also fun to even just kind of fiddle with, like moving it around. When I switched back to my regular screen tablet, I found myself almost missing some of those tools. Since what I do with like any shortcuts is I have to have my hand kind of reaching around the tablet to be touching my regular keyboard. Although I know there are fixes for this, there is like an express key remote where I can just have more buttons, but still wanted to point that out. I like the size of it too. It's closer in size to the computer screen, so it's easier to adapt to. The smaller tablets would be better for transportation and affordability, but as of right now, with the sale and price of this tablet, I would definitely go for the larger one. Now for dislikes. My main dislike is just that it's not a screenless tablet. I love screen tablets much more. It's not only are they easier to work with, but it also gives me two monitors. And I love to have my Spotify or Discord or a show going on one screen that I can easily go back and forth to, instead of having to keep moving my windows around. Now, I haven't worked with this tablet long term. I've only tried it out for this one drawing, as well as just kind of testing it out and practicing with some rough sketches. So I can't say for sure how long this tablet is going to last or the quality long term, but from right now, I would say that it's pretty good. It seems like a trustworthy brand, and they seem to have some good products. Alright, hopefully this video was helpful if you're trying to decide whether or not to try out drawing tablets. And if you have any more questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. Have an amazing day. Bye!